so angry, I'm so frustrated, I'm so annoyed. If you say those words, is it possible that you will be more frustrated, annoyed, angry? Life will be pretty ordinary because you're telling your brain that's how you feel. However, is it possible that life throws stuff at us and that stress is real? And of course the answer is yes. Your body produces physiological responses, even physiological reactions to stress. So if somebody's hurting you or trying to hurt you, upset you, annoy you, somebody's frustrating you, terrible things are happening, you've got money hassles, relationship hassles, work hassles, then you could feel stressed. And your blood pressure goes up, your heart rate goes up, and you want to fight and flight. That's what your hormonal system's designed to do, to run away from the threat or to fight and kill it. But of course, you can't fight and kill your boss or your kids or the bank manager or the person who cut you off in the traffic. So what do you do to get rid of stress? And it's a very simple process, because when you fight and flight, when you fight the threat, when you run away from the threat and you've overcome the threat, your brain fills up with really happy chemicals. Dopamine, yay, I got rid of the threat. Serotonin, which is a satisfaction neurotransmitter, so you feel happy that you're alive, you feel happy that you are the person who can be a threat overcomer, right? Your brain fills up with endorphins, which are happy drugs, and they're also pain-killing happy drugs. And then brain-derived neurotropic factor, which is a fertilizer for your brain to make you better for next time. So those chemicals make you feel good. They de-stress you. So how do you then get your headspace into dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, brain-derived neurotropic factor, and get away from epinephrine, adrenaline, cortisol, which are they fight and flight drugs? And of course, when you're stressed and you can't run away, and if you can't punch and kick and fight, then those chemicals keep running around in your body and you feel yuck, you feel stressed. And then if that stress stays in your body, you can get sick. It causes dis-ease. So if you are dis-eased, you're not at ease, you'll get cancer, you'll get coronary heart disease, type 2 diabetes, because when you fight and flight, you increase your blood sugar levels. Blood sugar levels are designed so that you can run away or you can fight. But if you don't disperse those blood sugar levels, you've got big glucose molecules banging around in your arteries, banging around in your hoses, causing damage, which means you get all those horrible cardiovascular diseases. So it's a pretty simple process, and I'm all about solutions. So the reason I've got boxing gloves on, is I'm in my office that has a boxing bag. I have a tread desk that I walk on, which means I'm automatically less stressed because I'm constantly moving. But if I get a horrible email or a nasty gossiping text message, or I have a stressful telephone call, or something horrible happens in my life, and it does, as it will to everybody, because life throws stressful things at us, I don't stress about it, I don't get annoyed about it, I don't run it around in my headspace. I put my boxing gloves on straight away and I box the bag for at least 10 seconds. Now I might, if it's a big stress, I might do a 10-second, get my breath back, 10 seconds, get my breath back. So I do a series of interval sprints or punches. The reason for that is the phosphate system, the fight and flight system, the 100% effort system is only 10 seconds. So every time you go to 100% effort and punch and kick and jump and get puffed at 100% effort, you literally disperse those fight and flight chemicals and fill your body up with the happy chemicals, the happy drugs, the ones that make you feel good. So fresh air and sunshine's awesome, sprinting's awesome, punching and kicking is awesome. You could listen to great music, you could have a cold shower. There's lots of things that de-stress you. But ultimately, the best thing to do is to get puffed at 100% effort so you can pump your brain full of happy drugs so you can think more clearly. Brain-derived neurotropic factor allows your brain to think more clearly for next time. So next time you have to handle that big threat, next time you have to handle the horrible boss, next time you have to handle the bank manager who's trying to hassle you about your mortgage, the next time your kids are playing up, you will have a brain and a body that can handle that situation better. So this is just some simple advice from a lady that's been an exercise professional all of my life, a personal results coach all of my life. People say, how do I get rid of stress? If you're in an office, if you're in a classroom, if you work from home, it doesn't matter where, what are you going to do on a regular basis for 10 seconds? There's two things. One, to de-stress if you are stressed, and one, to avoid stress. Because if you're really fit and if you're really strong, you can handle any situation better. So the things that used to stress you out, when you get really fit and really strong, you tend not to be so annoyed by them. So when you're really fit and when you're really strong, you can handle everything better because the big things don't seem so big anymore. There's a really great quote, don't sweat the small stuff and it's all small stuff. And when you're really fit and strong, you can handle everything better because your brain works better. So de-stressing when you're really fit and strong is much easier because you don't get as stressed. But if you are stressed, and I share this with everybody and I have for a very long time because it's a very simple process. You can't be physiologically angry, frustrated, annoyed, upset once you get puffed and you get those happy drugs in your brain. So punching bag's brilliant. Get in your office, in your school, in your work environment. If somebody's stressed, get them to punch the bag for 10 seconds. If somebody's annoyed or frustrated, get them to punch the bag for 10 seconds. If somebody's upset, get them to punch the bag for 10 seconds. Flat out, 100% effort. You could choose not to get puffed. You could choose not to punch the bag. You could choose not to do jump squats or sprint on the spot. You could choose to stay grumpy, stay miserable, stay angry, stay frustrated, have those glucose molecules running through your bloodstream causing damage, giving you cardiovascular disease, which could cause a stroke, a heart attack, all sorts of horrible things. Or you could say it's only 10 seconds. I'm going to get puffed. Doesn't matter how I feel. I'm going to put that 10-second effort in, change my brain chemistry, and be a less stressed person. Now, we hear constantly, I'm stressed, I'm angry, I'm annoyed, I'm frustrated. But if they're not choices, if you think that somebody else is affecting you and causing that, first of all, who's in control of your life? The person who's trying to upset you and frustrate you and annoy you. Well, I wouldn't allow that to happen anyway. Why would you? Why would you want somebody who's trying to upset you? Why would you allow them to upset you? But we're humans, and if they do, then you want to de-stress as quickly as possible for your personal well-being, for your health, for your brain health, and because next time, this is the beautiful process. Your body produces myokines in that endocrine system, the fight and flight system. The myokine system is the one that says we've got to be better for next time. So brain-derived neurotropic factor, part of the myokine system, says she got stressed this time, but next time that same hassle comes up, she's going to be smarter, she's going to be stronger, she's going to be mentally tougher, she's going to be more resilient, she's going to be able to think about it more clearly, so she'll be able to handle it better. So there's a choice there, and I like this. It's a Japanese quote, apparently. Continual and never-ending improvement, the Kanai principle. Can I keep getting better? Yes. Can I keep getting fitter and stronger? Yes. Can I think more clearly for next time if I'm under pressure and I responded or reacted badly? And there's that great difference between react and respond. React is, when you react to a poison or you react to poisonous food or you react to somebody, it's a horrible experience. But when you respond, when you're capable to respond, when you are response able, then obviously it's, from a leadership point of view, you are far more effective. From a parenting point of view, coaching point of view, boss point of view, far more effective. And if people are looking at you for direction, for leadership, for can she control her emotions, if you're an emotional person who gets angry, frustrated and annoyed, then it's very unlikely that you'll be given high responsibility, unlikely you'll be paid a lot of money. You can't be trusted when you're a highly stressed person. But when you can handle stress, and it's not that I'm any better at handling stress than anybody, it's just that when I feel stressed, I go and get rid of the stress. I de-stress by punching, kicking, jumping, doing push-ups, sprinting on the spot, running up a hill, running up soft sand, or running through soft sand, running up some stairs, so that I've got rid of my stress so that I feel fantastic. I want to live my life to the max. I don't want to let stress control my life. I don't want other people to control my life. I want to be in full control of how I feel, how I act, and how I respond to a situation, not react. Because I am living my life to the max. How about you? Super-duper-doo. Woohoo!